Alright, and here on our news, it says BlackRock XRP ETF speculation is heating up again, and here's the latest. And this is coming from our news source, Times Tabloid. Alright, could BlackRock be preparing for the most anticipated launch in crypto history? So picture this. The world's largest asset manager, controlling over $10 trillion, quietly laying the groundwork to absorb one of the most polarizing digital assets on the planet. For months, whispers of a BlackRock XRP ETF have floated through the financial sector like ghosts in a trading room. Every time the rumor mill slows down, a new spark ignites the flame. So in this video, we are going to talk about the flame that has officially turned into a wildfire. Right? While everyday retail investors are staring at daily chart candles and hoping for a sudden price spike, a massive fundamental shift is occurring out of plain sight. Analyst Jungle Incorporated right here recently brought some jaw-dropping insights to light, pointing out that focusing entirely on whether an ETF gets approved tomorrow is actually missing the entire forest for a single tree. Market analyst Jake Claver has thrown fuel on the fire by suggesting that BlackRock's ultimate pursuit of an XRP ETF isn't just guesswork. It's a logical destination based on institutional demand for the XRP Ledger. So let's peel back the layers of this corporate chessboard. But before we continue, let's check XRP's current price right here at TradingView, which is, as we can see, it is now at 1.1490. And here on our daily chart time frame right here, we can see that XRP is back right in the middle or in between our major resistance right here at 1.2234 and minor support at 1.0897. And based on my analysis, there is a very huge probability that XRP in the coming few days might continue to consolidate between this support and resistance right here. Right? Now let's go back on the news and let's answer the question, why is the institutional framework surrounding the XRPL more important than a press release? When we look at the names currently shaking hands with the XRP Ledger ecosystem, it reads less like a crypto startup list and more like a meeting of the global economic elite. We aren't just talking about speculative tech firms anymore. Jungle Incorporated right here pointed directly to an absolute powerhouse lineup. And that's BlackRock, Mastercard, Franklin Templeton, DBS, Securitize, and Bitso. These financial titans are actively interacting with and monitoring the infrastructure of the XRPL. Now, in my opinion, the picture becomes clear. These massive institutions are not building multi-million-dollar digital bridges just for fun. They are treating the XRP Ledger like a brand new, ultra-fast superhighway for global finance. So my view on this is that the media gets completely blinded by the phrase ETF, while completely ignoring that the pipes of the global financial system are being replaced right under our noses. An ETF is just a package, a wrapper for retail and institutional buyers. The real victory is that the world's largest financial gatekeepers are already learning how to run the engine. All right? Our next question is, are we watching a quiet infrastructure revolution instead of a hype cycle? Jungle Incorporated emphasizes that XRP's true trajectory doesn't hinge on a single rubber stamp from regulators regarding an ETF product. Instead, the focus must shift to the relentless expansion of real-world utility tools being launched inside the Ripple and XRP ecosystem. We are seeing the deployment of institutional-grade financial assets, including RLUSD, stablecoins like MXNB, automated AI agent payment functions, and regulated settlement mechanism. So, my opinion, we have to throw away old ways of thinking. Think of the XRPL right now like a state-of-the-art railway network. Instead of waiting for a single luxury train, the ETF, which is the ATF, to arrive and make the station famous, the operators are busy building advanced switching tracks, high-speed cargo cars, and automated logistics centers. They are ensuring the network can handle massive weight before they invite the public aboard. So as a market observer, I find these developments far more comforting than a sudden wave of speculative hype. When utility is baked into the core technology, the eventual value becomes structural and permanent, rather than a temporary bubble driven by internet trends. Right? Now, should investors treat exaggerated price predictions with caution? Naturally, whenever a name as large as BlackRock is mentioned in the same sentences as XRP, extreme excitement follows. However, parts of the community are responding with a healthy dose of skepticism. A commenter known as Brutally Honest recently pointed out that some analysts, including Jake Claver, had previously forecasted eye-popping valuations such as XRP hitting $100 by late 2025. Another user, Kami Ruddles, shared a similar sentiment right here. Kami Ruddles. Warning, he shared the similar sentiment, which is a warning against the toxic nature of excessive hype while still maintaining a firm belief in the underlying digital asset. So, here comes my opinion. This skepticism is exactly what the market needs right now. Exaggerated claims and timeless that don't align with macroeconomic reality do nothing but harm everyday participants. As someone who carefully tracks institutional movements, my stance is that we must separate emotional fantasy from logical progression. Expecting an asset to skyrocket to triple digits overnight based on a rumor is a dangerous game. The real value of tracking commentators like Jungle Incorporated is that they remind us to look at the slow, steady build of enterprise adoption. True wealth in this market isn't built on viral posts. It's built on watching where the actual liquidity is flowing. Right? Now, what is the realistic path forward for the remainder of this year or 2026? If we look the sensational headlines and ground ourselves in the actual evolution of the network, the puzzle pieces begins to fit together perfectly. The discussions surrounding a future BlackRock XRP ETF are slowly shifting away from wild speculation and toward a structural certainty. As more traditional financial products find a home on the ledger, regulatory approval ceases to be a hurdle and becomes an inevitability. So, here's my takeaway. A financial system doesn't change overnight, especially one that handles trillions of dollars daily. The entrance of BlackRock and its peers into the digital asset space tells us that the boundary between traditional finance and blockchain has permanently dissolved. As a market observer, my strategy is to ignore the daily noise and watch the implementation of real settlement tools. The foundation is being poured in concrete right now. When the infrastructure is mature, the investment products will naturally follow. All right. Ultimately, the lesson of the current BlackRock speculation is one of perspective. The real story isn't just about a potential exchange-traded fund. The XRP Ledger is actively evolving through advanced payment solutions, enterprise technology, and robust financial networks. It is no longer dependent on speculative retail waves to prove its worth. As we move deeper into the year, the entities who understand this structural shift will be the ones navigating the market successfully. So we need to keep our eyes on the data, watch the institutional integrations, and let the hype take care of itself. And this finally ends our video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next one, or you might just as well watch next this recommended video right here.